Hello guys, today I want to talk about that how can we use a routing protocol of OSPF to make our DMVPN in phase 2 and 3. First of all, I want to talk about the OSPF network types. We have 4 network types in OSPF. The first one is point-to-point. Point-to-point is a similar serial connection, and in serial connection we don't have any DR/VDR election. So this is the matter that you must know. When we have a connection by point-to-point, we don't have any DR/VDR election. Also in point-to-multipoint we have same condition, there is no DR and VDR. But in broadcast and non-broadcast we have DR/VDR, just the hello time is different, it's no matter. But these two, the election of DR/VDR is important for broadcast and non-broadcast. The difference between broadcast and non-broadcast is that when you set the broadcast automatically introduce the neighbors from the hub, shows to the other spokes that this is the source and the neighbor, and introduce the other neighbors to the other spokes. But in non-broadcast we must manually add the neighbors with the command of a neighbor in a router protocol. So just keep in your mind what's the difference between of them. And now we will go and start in phase 2, because we are talking about multi-point, and we start with broadcast. Just let me show you about informations. Okay, show IP interface brief. We have the underlay or main interface. Here is 8011, the connection between all these routers, and we have on Berlin or hub we have a loopback 11, and our spokes 2, 3 and 4. The IP of the tunnel that we want to build, this is the range of that, 192.168.10/24. And the only things that we must check, show IP protocols. Okay, we have OSPF between these routers. OSPF 1, the router ID is 11 for here, for the hub, and you can see the range of that in area 1. We want to make a router, also OSPF router, for our tunnel interface. So I make the different process ID. I use OSPF, for example 2, the area 2, and I set some router ID different from this. Let's go to configure it. So first of all, I'm going in configuration. I make router OSPF 2. Then I want to add the loopback here. The loopback, it's better first we set the router ID. I set it 11111, different from the router ID of our underlay. Then I add the loopback of 1111. Okay, with the wildcard 0000, and the area, because here was area 1, we make it area 2. Then we will be sure no problem in misconfiguration will happen. Now I added the range of the IP of our tunnel here, 10.0.0.0.255, area 2. Okay, now I will go and build my interface of a tunnel. tunnel 1. Okay, if you saw my previous videos about the GRE and the DMVPN with the EIGRP, you know, we have some basic configuration. That this is the basic configuration for the hub. It is, we set it the MTU, and MSS is 40 less than this. This is 1440. This is 1400. And we said keep alive to check the tunnel, the connection is correct. If not, it will inform about it. The tunnel key is for more security. The source here is F00, so the tunnel source is F00. And as we are using a multipoint, we said tunnel mode GRE multipoint. About the DMVPN, we add these commands. I put it NHRP map multicast dynamic, and a network ID for all must be same, all spoke and the hubs. And for the authentication, I set some key for the just authentication. So, and the address IP of this range, I start for the hub 1, then make for the spoke next, the first spoke 2, 3, and 4. So just now I copy this configuration for the hub. Okay, down. And now this is important that you must know. As I told you, when we set a broadcast, we have DR and BDR. Okay, don't forget it. For broadcast and non-broadcast, we have DR and BDR. So it is necessary when we are setting configuration DMVPN, we always set some configuration for the broadcast and non-broadcast, that the hub always be the designated route DR, and the spokes must be remain DR order. So I first of all I go and say IPS OSPF network type. If you see the network type, we have broadcast, non-broadcast, point to point, and point to multipoint. So we are using broadcast, and here, as I want my hub be always in condition of DR, I set it IP OSPF network, IP OSPF priority. If you check, the maximum priority is 255, so I set it IP OSPF priority 255. So it is important. In the hub, you set it IP OSPF priority 255, and the network type, we set it IP OSPF network broadcast. Okay, this is the configuration that we must do it here on the hub. For the spokes, we will go here, we make the IT interface tunnel 1. For the spoke also we have some fixed commands that we need, because the tunnel source here all are same, is F00. I don't change it. It is GRE multipoint, tunnel key, MTU, keep alive, MSS, you know it. The IP address I set for here is 12. Authentication, and this is the main command for DMVPN also, that introduce next hub server, the range of the IP of tunnels for the hub, and after that non-broadcast multi-access 8011 is the IP address of interface of hub. It's our underlay connection multicast, and the network ID I told you for all must be same. So just I copy and paste. Again I set it IP OSPF network type is broadcast, and I told you we must set for the spokes IP OSPF priority, we must set it 0. So it means that never be DR or BDR, just DR others. You must set it like this. I will go and do it same way for the next hub. In configuration, interface tunnel 1, just I copy the spoke, I change the IP only, copy and paste. Okay, again IP OSPF network type point broadcast IP OSPF priority 0. Okay, we set this one. Now I am going the next spoke. In configuration, here I must configure also the router. So I says router OSPF 2, router ID 33333, network, the loopback of here is 3333 0000, area 2, network 192.168.10.0000255, the wildcard, and the area 2. Okay, so now everything is fine. Okay, this neighbor. Let me check the Munich. We set the route. We say no. Sorry, I forgot. Also for Munich, we need a router OSPF 2, network. It's better first set router ID. Set it to 22, and network loopback 22.0.0.0.0, area 2, network 192.168.10.0.0.0.255, area 2. Okay, yes, it works. So here correct, here correct, and the last one. I go in interface tunnel 1, just change the IP here, make it 4, and just copy and paste. IP OSPF, we choose network type broadcast, and IP OSPF priority 0. Now we set our router OSPF, we configure OSPF 2, router ID, it's set it for 44, and network, I add the loopback 4444 with wildcard 0000 0, area 2, and then our range of the tunnel 000255 with area 2. It must be neighbor 2, 3, 4, yeah. Just let me verify that we have neighborship is it correct? So I select show IP OSPF neighbor. Yeah, you just ignore this because this is on belong to the underlay connection. This is because the routing protocol is OSPF. We are talking about the DMVPN. It's better I bring it here. We are talking about here. You will see this between the tunnel, all the connection, and you will see all the spokes is DR other because we set it priority in 0. Now it shows everything good. Let's do some tests from here Hamburg. We want with the loopback of 444 we want to trace it to router 2. For this purpose, for the first time it must go, this trace goes to the hub. It means that it will contact with the hub. NHRP, next hub resolution, solved and shows that if you want contact with the spoke 1, you can go directly with this address of 192.168.1.2. Introduce the exact direct IP of the route that reach to 2. So if I write it trace to 2.2.2.2 with the source of loopback 1, it means 444 in the numeric. Okay, for the first time you will see it goes to the side of the hub and get the address of the directly spoke. It is 1.2. So if I do same commands, you will see instead of going 111, it will go directly in 1.2 because now they make a tunnel, dynamic tunnel between them directly, and no need to go to the hub again. Yeah, see, it goes directly to 2. If I do it again, you will see. So it's not necessary to go to in Berlin, go to the hub and check, do all the traffics from there. They can communicate directly together. Let's do same trace from here to 3. So I will change it, make it 3. Okay, see, for the first contact it will goes and ask from the hub. NHRP says that direct address is 1.3, and between these and these routers make a dynamic tunnel, and for the next time they will go directly and contact each other directly, no need to go to the hub. And if you check it, show DMVPN, you can see we have now 2 dynamic tunnels that build between here and here and here. We have 2 dynamic tunnels, and if the whole time finish, these tunnels again will disconnect it and you cannot see here. This is all the configuration, the basic configuration in fact, and for the security we have so many options. IPsec must set it overlay also on the DMVPN, but now it's just we are talking about the basic configuration for DMVPN with OSPF. For the phase 3, in fact, it is more scalable because phase 3 exactly the design is for that. For example, we have so many hub and spoke. It's a big organization. We have different hub and spoke, and this spoke want to contact with the other spoke, or different regions contact to each other. For this purpose, we don't need change too many things. Only 2 things that we need set in the hub and also in the spokes. As I talk with you, we can use in phase 3 point to multi-point, and we don't have any DR/VDR, so no need config priority. Just I must go in configuration of the interface tunnel 1 for phase 3, and says IP OSPF network type point to multi-point. Just click here, yeah, because the network type changed, so the neighborship will be down. It's normal, and so for phase 3 we need just add this command and IP NHRP redirect. These two are the main commands that we must I am so sorry. NHRP warning. I think the iOS of my router is not up to date, it's not high, so this command's not accepted here. Anyway, just I show you, no problem. So for phase 3 you must set this one, and also the network IP OSPF point to multi-point in the hub, and for the spokes you need to go in interface of tunnel 1 and IP OSPF network point to multi-point. Okay, now it will be neighbor, see, because the type is correct and the neighbor will communicate, and IP NHRP shortcut. You need for all the spokes just set these two commands, IP NHRP shortcut and IP OSPF network point to multi-point. For the hub I told you IP NHRP redirect, and IP OSPF network type is point to multi-point. About also this, we can go in interface of tunnel 1 and say IP OSPF network point to multi-point and IP NHRP shortcut. Just add these two commands. Next spoke conf interface tunnel 1 IP OSPF network point to multi-point and IP NHRP shortcut. Just you need config all these, but I am so sorry, I forgot to set a router with a higher iOS that support redirect, because I wanted to show something, but I explain you what will happen when we set this setting. When if I get a show IP route OSPF 2, you can see here the configurations. Unfortunately I cannot show sorry. I wanted to show you when we get a show IP route, and in IP route RIB shows the address, it will be the hub. Now the setting is not correct because of this, it's not working correctly. Shows the route in RIB is different with CEF. It means if I write it show IP CEF for 222, let me do something before. Let's make it trace. No, because redirect now not work. I can't show you. Anyway, I want to show you that in IP route maybe show you the route to 222 or 33 or 444. You can see the address shows the address of the hub, but when you go and say show IP safe for the 222, here the address will be different and shows the direct address. It means that in safe the best route will be set, but in RIB maybe didn't show the best address. And here you will see beside it, when we use OSPF on DMVPN, for example for the router 2, you can see this icon percent beside it. It means that next hop override. It means that I find the other best way, other way that is short and better, but in the RIB shows something different, and in safe is set and connect to the best route. I am so sorry because my router not support the NHRP redirect. I can't show you, but I explain you. You can set any iOS, the router iOS. I think it must be more than 15.7 or 16. 16 absolutely. iOS 16 is okay. Support this command. You can set your laboratory and check this matter and see about the next hop override. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching my video. Please follow me and like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you and bye.